What is going on, everybody? Mm. Got my coffee. Gonna need coffee for this. You guys like the starting screen? Roxy's sad. Roxy's sad that Mushoku Tensei's not in the list. Oh, crap. So is this like even streaming today? I honestly don't even know. I haven't been able to find it really anywhere. Yuki? What's the matter? What do you hear? Yuki's mad about something. Can you guys hear me okay? Sound good? So I don't even know if I can even have the video in the stream. So my question comes up. Should I put like a small portion? Let me see what I can see. Should I put a little small portion of the stream over here and just accept a strike if I get a strike? Or are you guys going to watch it in another tab and just listen to my reaction? What should we do? I don't know. Oh, boy. I know that the last year's stream, they had like a 30-minute pre-show, and then they had the actual awards. So I was thinking it might have actually started at 10:30, or for me anyways, but no. If Mushoku Tensei doesn't at least get fantasy, I think riots will happen. Yeah, because I know there's some people that can't hit the stream and they wanted to see it. So it's like I kind of want to have the stream not get struck down so that they can at least watch the reaction afterwards. So let's just play Final Fantasy 14. Just cut off the stream and play Final Fantasy 14, right? I mean the old stream was on YouTube. Let me check Twitch. Do they even have a Twitch channel? Twitch, Crunchyroll. Okay. They did stream the 2021 awards on Twitch, but it's not currently up there. Stop playing stuff, please. I don't know. We don't know where it's at. It's just gonna be somewhere. I mean, I feel bad for some of them because they probably, to be honest, a lot of this award stuff is probably like a side gig. Like they probably have, these people working on this probably have like their normal job, and then they're just told, hey, work on the anime awards too. So it's like, I want to be upset that it doesn't seem like they're putting much work into it, but at the same time, if you want people to take it seriously, at least tell us where it's at, I guess. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on both the Crunchyroll, Twitch, and YouTube channel, and hopefully it pops up somewhere. No, stop playing stuff automatically, please. So yeah, what is everybody expecting? My prediction right now, I swear, Jujutsu Kaisen will win Anime of the Year 2 years in a row. I think that's something that has to happen. Because if that happens, we will get, like, some serious considerations in effect that this can't go on. Like, we need to have, you know, some sort of restriction on the same show again. On the side, it says here on anime. Well, that's what I was looking at a minute ago. So it's just going to be on this site. I wonder if they've actually got a live streaming setup for their player. 9 minutes. My prediction is that I'll be disappointed once again. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yari, I think it's doing better. I mean, yes, technically we have, what, 2 shonen shows on the Anime Awards Best of Anime of the Year, but yeah, watch, there's no show. Well, no, that was the prediction, was that they actually intended it to be 9 Pacific Standard Time PM, and somebody accidentally put AM with the timer on the main website because left hand not talking the right hand situation. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Well, Jujutsu Kaisen's only in, what, 3 categories? So I mean, it's not as prevalent as was last year, because I think last year it pretty much swept the entire thing. So to be perfectly honest, since Mushoku Tensei is not in the Anime of the Year, which that leads me to believe, even though I'm against it, Ranking of Kings or Odd Taxi, please. If it's Sunny Boy, I'm shutting off the stream and I'm never streaming again. Sunny Boy's fine, just not Anime of the Year. But the thing that I'm most curious about is actually the movie. What is the best movie of the year? Because that's going to be literally a case of old fans versus new fans. It's Evangelion, which is for fans of the 90s, versus Demon Slayer, which is for fans of, the 2010s and 2020s. So I'm actually really curious about that. Yeah, Wonder Egg's not in. Not in. Oh. They're doing all the awards, Drips. Welcome to stream. Yeah, the whole aspect of multiple votes really does put it into the hands of passionate people. That's fine, Markster. You can. I'd have nothing against Sunny Boy fans. You're welcome to enjoy it. I'm glad people enjoy it. Like I've said before, I'm all about celebrating anime, even if it might not be mine. Let's refresh if it shows. Give us a video to click on, please. Yeah, I honestly think, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, how prevalent do you guys think Evangelion is to the current fan? Like, I think even new fans have to go back and watch Evangelion. So I think it kind of transcends time, I guess. Let me check my mic syncing here. I'm going to get an ad on my own stream. Yeah. Seismic, my thought was that they were going to do a pre-made and not even live stream the pre-made. Just, it pops up and it's done. Like, it's not going to be a live stream. It's just going to be a complete video and you just watch it at your own leisure. In which case would be funny. Let me turn off chat. Sorry, chat. I'm turning off. I guess I'm not that bad out of sync. I don't want to mess with it then. Thrice Upon a Time only has 260,000 members on my anime list. Woof. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's winning. Or Demon Slayer's gonna win for sure. How many members does Mugen Train have, the movie? But that said, you have to take into account both the movie and the show, because people will equate movie equals the show. Even though they didn't watch the movie, they will vote the movie because they like the show. Yeah, Mugen Train's winning. That's crazy. Thrice Upon a Time with that little. That's crazy. I mean, I'm. It's not that everybody has to watch it, but that's still that kind of hurts. Woof. Adrian, that's a good point, and that's the point that I always make whenever I talk about any sort of like you don't have metrics anywhere. Like you can't find metrics anywhere. Crunchyroll doesn't release metrics. They every now and then will do this is the most popular in this region. Thanks, Ruby. Appreciate the $2. Here's a dollar revenue. Well, that's what I was saying. For those that don't know, Ruby basically popped on the moment I made this scheduled stream, 14 hours ago. And I was like, man, if you leave this stream up, I might actually make $1 in revenue just from ads, but I don't think it plays ads, so appreciate the $2, Ruby. But no, anyways, you don't have metrics anywhere. So Mal is kind of just a way of seeing engagement, at least through that lens. Because, yes, a lot of fans do use my anime list, as much as it sucks. It's always a popularity contest, Andreas. I mean, there's no real way to get around that besides... And this is the argument I make every year, even though I'm a judge with the Crunchyroll Anime Awards every year. My argument's always, do they vet every judge to make sure they watch at least, 15 shows a season? No, they don't. And so you're never going to get a clear perspective unless you have judges that are all committed to looking at everything. So, hey, Rikun, how's it going? Yeah, I enjoyed it, Markstar, even though I had my my criticisms of it. People got real mad at my review of Evangelion 3 because I criticized things, and I guess you're not allowed to criticize things. Yari, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. There's all my ad revenue that I missed out on for the last 14 hours is Yari and Ruby. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Crunchyroll Wars might as well be MTV Movie Awards. I don't... Dude, that's way back there. Twilight. My gosh. I still remember that Twilight commercial with Burger King, I think it was. The You Can Pet Jacob commercial. That's the only thing I remember about Twilight. Because I thankfully did not get into that fandom. Okay, it's literally time. Okay, we have a Hime here. They are just... Oh, wait, these are nominations. No, yeah, they're just dropping it. You called it. Who said that? Was that Ruby? Who called that? They're just dropping it. They're not even gonna bother live streaming it. Oh my gosh. Let me double check Twitch. Yeah, they're just dropping it. Okay. They don't care. They literally don't care. Oh. Like, no ceremony. No interviews. See, this is the thing that bugs me about this. I actually liked the awards because they would supplement stuff in there, like interviews with creators. They would do announcements and stuff. All right. Who won? Thank you, Crunchyroll. Should we just... How do I do this without spoiling everything? Should we just... I'm seeing things I don't want to see. There was a Russian performance winner. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can. Okay. Okay, well, this will be a quick stream. I was putting aside several hours for this. Nobody spoil what wins in the chat, by the way. If you do, you're a bad person. Congratulations. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce this stuff. Congratulations. There's your first Jujutsu Kaisen. Just shows who won. We're getting there. I didn't know they did all these languages. Jay-Z Meister for $5. Thanks so much for the super chat, man. $5 for Crunchyroll killing the hype. It was very anticlimactic. At least I got a good laugh out of it. Ugh. I did. This is my fancy suit. Oh, wait, hold on. 1 second. I did put my suit on. This is my suit. You don't think this is fancy enough? Should I button it up? Will that be better? I'm just going to host the Crunchyroll Anime Awards for them. So welcome to the Crunchyroll Anime Awards stream. I probably have this backwards. There, it's official. This is the Anime Awards stream. No, I'm not gonna do that. Is that a tie? I could do that as a tie. That would work. There. It's not long enough. Okay, joke dead. I didn't know they did voice acting for so many roles. But anyways, congratulations. Again, not going to pronounce these because I'm going to butcher them. Oh, that's cool. Rengoku. I'm not showing this as I'm bringing this up here more. Let me see if this is show. Okay, good. Oh my gosh. I'm unbuttoning my shirt. This is like hot. I got to make cringy jokes, right? And talk about inclusion and stuff. Japanese winner, Eren Yeager. There's your first of the shonen wins. We're already getting a landslide of shonens. The Crunchyroll doesn't deserve you, man. Well, I appreciate that. Best film. There it is. Out with the old, in with the new. It has been decided. Demon Slayer has beat Evangelion. I don't know if I'm happy. I mean, I love Demon Slayer, by the way. I don't think it's the greatest story ever, but I do really enjoy it. But that says something. That definitely says something. Gosh, that's a video all in itself. And again, I'm not mad because it just shows. Again, when you have every day you're allowed to vote, naturally, the more passionate younger fans, I'm not saying that only young fans can enjoy Demon Slayer, because I'm old, obviously, you have them hitting it every single day. But you have the older fans that are like, oh crap, Evangelion 3's out? It's finally over? They watch it. They don't look at this. They don't come here to vote. So, YP, no spoilers. YP, no spoilers. Come on, no spoilers. Okay, so let's move on. Thank you for not being on Taxi. Thank God it's not on Taxi. Oh, thank goodness. And I didn't even laugh at Komi-san except for like 2 times. So, I'm just glad it's not on Taxi. Oh, dear goodness. I know, YP. I scrolled fast. I didn't look at it. I'm really good at not looking at things on my screen because I used to fix computers for a living. So I'm good at not looking at people's files and stuff because I don't want to know. So I'm happy for Komi-san fans. I'm extremely happy Odd Taxi didn't win Best Comedy because, yeah, people losing their mind and murdering people is not comedy at all. So, anyways, let's move on. Fantasy. Oh, dear goodness. I'm fine with slime. This was just for those who don't know, this was literally the only category that Mushoku Tensei was going to get acknowledgement. My job's not over. I will make people understand how good Mushoku Tensei is. Oh yeah, we still have animation. It's not going to win animation. If it didn't win fantasy, it's not winning animation. Oh, for Pete's sake. And it wasn't even the best season. Note. I want everybody to note this. This is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 2. This was a season that had 2 parts. It was a split core. So we're acknowledging it at 1 season. I'm assuming Mushoku wasn't. And I like slime too. Don't get me wrong. I really do like slime. It's just. This isn't a good stream. I apologize. At least you all can see. This is the good thing about this stream is you can all vent and be upset along with me. Yeah, a moment of silence for Mushoku Tensei. Dude, I don't even want to go on. I'm guessing Jujutsu Kaisen in action. There you go. Jujutsu Kaisen for 2 years in a row. Because I think Jujutsu Kaisen won action last year too, right? Just power through it. Yeah, but you can't get my reaction face and my disappointment. I'm not mad at everybody. I'm just disappointed in them all. Oh, goodness. The drama. What was in drama? I think I was saying either Odd Taxi or... I'm missing something. What else? Because Super Cud didn't make it. Let's click on it. I'm fine with that. I think Core 2 was extremely weak. But I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Honestly, I'm fine with it. Was Family Guy under drama? Why didn't it win then? Kageki Shoujo. Yeah, Kageki Shoujo got snuffed. I was pushing Kageki Shoujo bad. 2 years sleep eternity. Wano. Oh, you guys are great. You guys are great. Romance. I'm assuming Horimiya. I'm assuming Horimiya. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that. That's probably the first one I'm fine with. Oh, dear goodness, dude. Yeah, Kaguya-sama Love is War is definitely up there, but I'm fine with Horimiya. It's definitely up there for me, so I'm not mad. Honestly, if you asked me, it would be Taisho Tomy Fairy Tale. But Horimiya is fine. Mine's probably, I think mine was Taisho Tomy Fairy Tale, Horimiya, and then Kaguya-sama. Because Kaguya-sama Love of War, technically the second season was very focused on some side characters and bullying drama, so it wasn't necessarily, like, super... I should actually play this out, shouldn't I? And the winner for the best fight goes to... That's good. That's good. I was for that, despite the fact that I was against Jujutsu Kaisen being in another year. That was an incredible fight. And honestly, I'm kind of fine with them putting fight scenes specifically outside that rule that I usually place on it, because this was technically a fight scene that was in this year. It was a good fight. I really liked this fight. For those that are not aware, essentially, the ability that the guy has is whenever he claps his hands, he switch places with somebody. And so the two of them are fighting this other guy, and they're constantly switching in the fight. It's so good. So good. Yeah, at least the Naruto's didn't win. I'm fine with Naruto. Don't get me mad. Don't get mad. All right, ready for you, Eren Yeager? Eren Yeager for the next two. Prediction, Eren Yeager wins the next two categories. Ready? Antagonist. And the winner for the best antagonist goes to... Eren Yeager. Potch, 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 potch. Again, what was the argument that I made? What was the argument that I made about this? Technically, we're talking about Attack on Titan, the final season, part 1. At the point of that core, we don't know what Eren Yeager's doing. This is a response to the fandom of the show and the future. So it makes no sense that he's here, or that, well, he could be an antagonist, I guess, but... Alright. No, the best antagonist. What does anybody remember what my best antagonist was? Somebody out there that watches and listens to me for a long time. Who's Andrew's favorite antagonist? Who's the best antagonist of last year? Eren Yeager. Adam was good. I liked Adam. Peter Griffin. Yes, thank you. You got it. Peter Griffin. Not Homer Simpson's. Peter Griffin. Nobody's calling it. I was pulling for Rosewall for the awards. Yes, I was calling for Rosewall. No, I was actually Ekidona. I was pulling for Ekidona from what got picked. Yes, Carbon's got it. It was Miku from Deity's No Only Piece. Miku from Eating Deity's No Only Piece was a perfect antagonist. And the award for best protagonist goes to Eren Yeager. Oh no! Wow, Otakawa. I'm happy about this. This shows me that there's a fandom out there outside of the judges that loves Odd Taxi. I don't know. Otakawa is the best wrote protagonist of the year. That's for sure. Don't call it mid-taxi. Wano, don't be mean. Don't be mean. I am very surprised. That won against Eren Yeager. Otakawa won against Eren Yeager. That's crazy. Okay. And the award for best character design, I'm gonna assume this is gonna be Odd Taxi again. If that one is gonna be a character design, because that's the most unique one. Nope. Jujutsu Kaisen returns. Jujutsu Kaisen returns. You thought you knew what was going to happen, but you forgot about Jujutsu Kaisen. There's another one for you. Aaron Baker? Where did the Aaron Baker thing come from? Yeah, I think I was pulling for Wonder Egg Priority. That I love the character designs in that show. Yo. And the award for best director goes to what was in director? Sunny Boy, I think, was in there. I think I was pulling for Odd Taxi. I hope Odd Taxi wins director. I really hope that Odd Taxi wins director, because they did an incredible job pulling that together. Definitely, if Wonder Egg Priority's in this list, I'm going to be happy but mad at the same time. Odd Taxi, okay. I'm fine with that. Odd Taxi. No, not Jujutsu Kaisen again. Thank goodness. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Naoko Yamada got ignored. I don't think anybody watched it, though, Hackerman. Yeah, Naoko Yamada did an incredible job on that show, Hike Story. But Hike Story was nowhere in the list, honestly. Hey, JS. All right. And the award. How many people on this stream are literally here because they were searching for a live stream of this? I'm really curious as to how many people that are here were just looking for Crunchyroll's live stream and they found me. I appreciate you guys dropping by. I'm trying my best to do the whole ceremony for them. And the award for best score goes to... I'm fine. Yuki's incredible. She's an incredible musician. What was in my... I forget what I was shooting for. I mean, obviously, like, Vanitas has Yuki in it as well, and she did an incredible job there. Yeah, welcome to the Crunchyroll Shonen Awards. It did have really incredible music. I mean, like I said, Yuki Kajiura is incredible at what she does. So, yeah, Crunchyroll needs to pay me. Yes, 86, Wano, right, correct. Wano called it 86, because I love... because I love Suwano Hiroyuki so much. Yes, Vivi as well. And I thought Vivi was actually Suwano, but it was actually somebody else that I think is inspired by Suwano. I haven't confirmed that, but yeah. We got more. Best girl. I kind of hope that it's gonna be Honda. I hope that it's Honda. Thanks, Hackman. I appreciate the sub. Oh my gosh. I'm fine with her. I'm fine with her as a character. But we're talking a character that gets maybe, I don't know, in full, maybe 10 minutes of screen time versus several years of development with Toru Honda. Yeah, Roxy and Eris wasn't even in the nominations. Even though I think I plugged most of my points into Roxy when I was doing the judging. She didn't even get in the list. There was no other. It didn't seem like really much of the other judges really cared about Mushoku Tensei. So I am but one judge. I am but one judge. I mean, the argument's that probably most of the judges only watch Jujutsu Kaisen. At least it's not the year of Yuri on Ice, right? But it's basically taking its place. Best boy. Let's see. Jujutsu Kaisen again. Boji could. Lance. Boji could. And the award for best boy goes to... Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank God. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Boji, we support you. Despite the fact that I think he needs to be in this year's Anime Awards, I'm fine with Boji winning and not more... Yeah, anyways. I'm already getting enough flames from the fans of the shonens. I don't want to continue that on. The sigh of relief, because, yeah, like, pretty much... Is there... I think at this point we have a cult of followers for Boji. I think the anime fandom has chosen to follow Boji to the ends of the world. Yeah, it's either that nobody watched it or there's too much controversy, so everybody wants to disavow it with Mushoku Tensei. Yeah, Kage needs to be like right here. Boji and Kage. And the best ending sequence. What was I was shooting for Shadow House, I think. It's a good song. I'm not against it. But it is literally a movie turned into a show. That's fine. Nobody watched it. That's why nobody remembers it. They just see Demon Slayer and they click on it. It was Aimer, wasn't it? Why didn't they even credit who sung it? Yeah, here's mine. And yeah, Gambare Kumiko did not win. Sorry, Aoyuki fans, including myself. I wasn't even a fan of the Beastars AD on that one. It's fine, but... Oh, no, it was Lisa. They put it down here. Why didn't they put it up there? That's fine, whatever. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's EDs and OPs were really great, too. Honestly. Opening... My favorite opening got snuffed, and that was Eden Didi's No Only Peace. I still listen to that song. That song is so good. But I'm assuming probably Demon Slayer again because, no, Attack on Titan. AOT fans won one battle. I don't know. Anybody? I mean, I'm fine. It's unsettling and perfect for the show, but it's not a song I listen to ever. Adolfo, I highly recommend it. Just as long as you're okay about offensive material, because that writer has zero filters. The new OP for Attack on Titan Part 2, it's really good. I really do like it. All right. This is it. If I click on this and I don't see Mushoku Tensei, I'm done. The stream is over. I quit. I'm never going to be a judge again. I'm going to go back to being a procurement manager. I'm done with anime, like fully. I'm done with it. but it's probably going to be Demon Slayer. If it's Attack on Titan, I'm throwing something. I'll give it to Wonder Egg, too. I don't want to click on it. I hate everybody. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I'll refund all the super chats. Take care. Oh, shoot, dude. Shoot, dude. You know what hurts so much? People do know what hurts about this, right? They didn't animate this. It was a damn movie turned into a TV series. This was a movie turned into a TV. They didn't animate it. Why are we giving it credit for being the best animated when it's a stupid movie? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm fine with the movie. But this is the TV series. That was a cut of the movie. Oh, for Pete's sake. There is definitely, I don't know. Jay-Z Meister with $5. Pain. Yes. Pain. Thanks, Jay-Z. You just know I'm going to refund it because I'm quitting, right? I literally can't refund it. They don't give me the option of refunding things, which I think is dumb, but oh, shoot, dude. Whatever. I welcome everybody that's Mushoku Tensei fans that are upset that they're not in here to, if you haven't already, to sub to the channel and watch my top 10 list and listen to our top of the year deliberations podcast, because you'll get plenty of it. We do not conform to this anti-Mushoku Tensei. Okay, so before I scroll up, because obviously I'm assuming we're at best of the year. Think of Roxy's smile. Thank you, Yari Yusha, for the 5. Think of Roxy's smile. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Soka, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. All right. What is this going to be? I hope it's ranked. Odd Taxi, your ranking of Kings, please. Odd Taxi, your ranking. I know it's going to be Jujutsu Kaisen again. And the winner for Anime of the Year goes to... At least it's not Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, thank God it's not Jujutsu Kaisen. That's all I could care about. Don't say Crunchyroll. People voted for it. Now, it's Crunchyroll's system, honestly, but... Aaron, I kind of agree with you. I almost just want it to be Jujutsu Kaisen because, honestly, Jujutsu Kaisen's Core 2 was better than Part 1 of the season finale of Attack on Titan. But at the same time, I also wanted it to be Jujutsu Kaisen just to cause a stir. Just to get things changing with the system that they do. Yeah, Wonder Egg Priority 1, nothing, Gray. Nothing. So, I see Lance standing there. So Andrew, what did you think about this year's Crunchyroll Awards? Oh shoot, where to begin? Again, I'm happy that Odd Taxi did not win Comedy of the Year. I'm kind of happy in the inside that At least Jujutsu Kaisen did not win 2 years in a row with the same season. 86 won nothing. That's not a shock there. I don't think the 86 was that popular to the fandom as a whole. But yeah, the fact that Mushoku Tensei literally won nothing and got very little recognition is mind-boggling. As much as Anime News Network wants to deny that there's a fandom for it, there's a fandom for it. They just apparently don't visit Crunchyroll Anime Awards website. No, I don't think Web fell off. Well, for me, you're welcome to feel that way. That's perfectly fine. I just think the last episode sucked, and I think people shouldn't watch it. So. Yeah, that's the problem is voting for something that's still technically going on is always an issue. It seems like there's a couple of the editors and the writers at ANN that really don't like the pervy nature of Rudius, which I'm perfectly fine with people not liking him. The writer himself says you're probably not going to like him. They just like to go out of their way. Like here recently, they did a what was the highest ranking of last year for views and stuff, and they literally put a jab in at Mushoku Tensei in the catchphrases or the snippet to get people to click on it. They don't like it, obviously. Even though they somehow managed to get the guy to interview with them, they don't like it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at the least, Mushoku Tensei should have won animation. Bind did an incredible job with that. Like, the entire show was gorgeous. Yeah, that's the problem, Adolfo. Nobody wants to accept that somebody has flaws. And it's funny because the writer himself literally says, I don't expect people to like Rudius, but I do hope that if they run into somebody like Rudius, somebody that genuinely looks like they want to change their life, that they're not ignored. And I think that's incredible. You know, Vivi had some really good animation. One fight scene in particular was really incredible. So... looking forward to the anime Oscars. I'm not gonna spoil that for you. I'll talk about that afterwards. But yeah, there was some struggle on that front too, which we're on the anime Oscars too. So if you guys check out Anime Addicts Anonymous, we're a part of that as well. So if you're talking about AAA's anime Oscars. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what is it? She's not just a cutie. I forget what her name is. Yeah, she's got an interesting side to her. I was expecting something else, but I'm perfectly fine with it. Take care, Ruby, if you're leaving. I wasn't sure if you're telling somebody else. Are we actually gonna have like an official anime Oscar? I don't know. What if who else would do it? Maybe Netflix could do it. I don't know that Netflix would want to recognize anybody else though, and they don't really carry too much. Yeah, Shikimori, you're right. No, I was I know that Anime Addicts Anonymous, they do an anime Oscars. They call it anime Oscars. So I thought you were talking about that, which, yeah, they basically go out to a lot of the other podcasts and ask for their feedback. So we do that. No, I mean, honestly, if I get to a point where, you know, the podcast and the YouTube's doing really well, I'd totally hire somebody to do what I think is a proper job of the Anime Awards. I no doubt I'd do that. It's just I know it's a time consuming process. Yeah, I really do need to get on Anime Addicts Anonymous podcasts. They've extended the branch. I just have been busy, honestly. I've been on there a couple times, so. Chloe, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Anyways, that again was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. Is there a Reddit Anime Awards? I'm not sure if I want to check that out. But I'm sure it probably did better. Yeah, that was a bit of a letdown, to be honest. Let me take this off my screen, otherwise they might claim that I'm trying to steal their artwork. I ain't no telling. Yeah, that was a thing. Next year is canon. Well, I'm glad that I did this then. I'm really happy that I ended up doing this live stream because it gave everybody an actual live stream to view the awards rather than it just be on Twitter and single screenshots. But no, it's not a green screen. See? That's not green screen. I don't use green screens. Plus I have the dog back there. Now the dog might be CGI. Yuki? The glasses scared her. Yeah, I got like a ton of stuff to record still. I have a Why I Hate Gabby video coming up here soon, for those that are Attack on Titan viewers. So, yeah, I'm glad I did this stream, though, just to have some people to be able to talk about the winners and stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I'll be back on later tonight, probably, to do some more stuff. Oh, Lance, I totally missed your tip. I apologize. I don't know why that didn't pop up for me. Thanks so much for the 3333. That's incredible. Thank you so much. You're awesome. I'm so glad I didn't miss that because I feel really bad now. Oh, man. But yeah, I'll be doing a live stream later tonight, doing my usual stuff. So if you guys want to jump on there and talk, that's great. But thanks. I appreciate you guys dropping by here. And at least joining in the pain with me. It's Yuki is like a mix between, I think, a pug and a pit. I don't know. She's like a Dal pug mix. I don't know what the hell she is. She's got a little bit of pit in her. Not enough that her nose is too scrunched in. So I'm gonna go to Twitter and join in with everybody else and ranting about the whole situation. So, yeah. That's crazy. I think we got up to like 67 live stream viewers. What the hell? I think that everybody was just looking for somebody to talk about this stupid awards, and nobody was. So that's amazing. Yeah, we do Miku streams. We had a break for a while because we got sick, but we're getting back to them. I don't leave them up because they get striked, but it's up there. I do more streams. I stream literally every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and sometimes Monday, so I do need to get a Yuki cam. That is for sure. It's been a lot of fun, though. I mean, like I said before, in all seriousness, it's not as if I'm like a anti-anime awards. Obviously, I'm a part of it every single year. I think it's a great thing to actually acknowledge anime. I think the thing is that you really have to. My side of it is a push to actually celebrate the anime. And that's why I'm a part of it every year, is despite the fact that there's all these shonens that usually take the mind share of everybody, there's at least an attempt here to give acknowledgement to the other shows. The problem that comes with every year of this Crunchyroll Awards is that I don't think enough of the judges, and obviously the voters too, watch enough shows to give credit to other things. I mean, obviously a lot of the mind share is going to go to the shows that have... obviously, let me see here. Let me switch out of this. to give you guys an example. And yes, I fully acknowledge that this is not a full glimpse of what is actually watched, but it's the only metric that we really have to go by. So if you look at here, in any given season, what is getting the most? Let's go back to I think winter 2021 is a good example. I'm so surprised that we didn't see any My Hero Academia. Look at this. Why did Attack on Titan win the anime awards? Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can see this. Why did Attack on Titan win the anime awards? I mean, this is just my anime list. This isn't everybody. This is just like a fraction of who all watch the shows. 1.4 million users actually watched it. Now look at anything else that would be considered for Anime of the Year. Yeah, I mean, like Wonder Egg Priority. It's a fraction of people watch that. And so that's the problem that we run into every single year, is that there's not really a fandom that really watches everything. And then when you ask them to vote daily, obviously it's going to multiply. It's going to be multiplicative. It's going to multiply how many votes are hit on one thing when that's all they watch is Attack on Titan. Yeah, we need to have like a push to just like vote the hell out of My Dress Up Darling next year. That would be great. Yeah, Dim Cross, Attack on Titan. Not too much of a shock. But again, that goes back to the whole argument about the situation with at least even the judges. And this is no shade to any of the other judges. I'm perfectly fine with what they chose. They can enjoy what they enjoy. But if you were to ask each of the judges how many shows they watch a year, and I know that Crunchyroll doesn't ask, are you really getting a pool of people who have watched at least half of the shows a season? Doubt it. I doubt anybody else does what I do, because this is just what I do. This is what our podcast and stuff is known for doing, is watching everything. Not to say that all the shows are worth watching. And there's probably a good reason why people don't watch all the shows. But how can you judge the best of the year when you don't watch much of it? Yeah, Hathaway Flash wasn't... I wasn't expecting Hathaway Flash at all to appear in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, so... It is what it is. I don't think there's much of a fandom for, as much as I love Gundam fans, because they've supported us through, we watched pretty much the entirety of the entire Gundam franchise. I don't think it's that important to the overall fandom. Yeah, Interspecies Reviewers got... the Interspecies Reviewers thing was a very interesting situation, because... what was it? We had the whole situation surrounding the final season of Fruits Basket that got way up there and then got review bombed. They didn't do anything about it, but Interspecies Reviewers, for some reason, they were quick on that one. Yeah, I don't think Slow Loop's going to get much attention next year at all. I love it, though. Intriga, honestly, I think this is going to be one of those... I don't think it's going to change anything, but I honestly think this is one of those situations with the Anime Awards where it's very difficult from an outsider's perspective of the awards itself. And when you have this kind of divide happening between the fandom of something like Mushoku Tensei and essentially the judges and the voters and the companies behind it, I think it's causing a huge divide there that I'm not sure if it's going to... I hope, at least, if there is an actual strong fandom behind Mushoku Tensei, when hopefully if we get a season 2 in this year, that people really push it. like push the fandom really hard, because I'd be really interested to see if people will come out from the woodworks and really push it next time we have Mushoku Tensei in the awards. The fact that it didn't at least win animation is just beyond me. I agree, Killer Jaws. Again, I don't make the rules. I do note that we've had past cases where judges openly admitted they only watched maybe one show a season, and it didn't seem to matter. Yeah, Adolfo, it is getting a release through Right Stuff. I got a. It's still somewhat censored. Is it censored from the original, or is it censored for the West? I'll definitely be pointing that out if I do a review of it. Seismic, don't be reasonable. Interesting how everyone hates Mushoku Tensei because of Rudy, yet love Eren from Attack on Titan. Literally somebody causing mass genocide is beloved. But Rudy, because he gets a pervert face, that guy can't stand him. Oh, goodness. It is true. It is true. You're not wrong. Hey, there's a chance, Adrian, that we could have a movie for Mushoku Tensei, and then they can turn it into a TV series, and then we could double dip, just like Demon Slayer did. I cannot believe Demon Slayer won animation. It's a cut of the movie. You're getting me back into it. Right. The trigger. The bread scene in Mushoku Tensei has more animation than pretty much most fight scenes, yes. Want to hear the real hidden gem of the season? Watch Miss Kuritsu from the Monster Development Department. Is really good. I've watched the first few episodes. I've done a first impressions on it. It definitely has its points. I haven't been able to keep up on it yet, though. Right, Quaggy. That's pretty much what we hit on. It's literally a cut of the movie. It literally wasn't animated. It was taking another property and splitting it over. So, all right, Lance, take care. Thanks again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Your support's really very much appreciated. Did it even jump on the screen? Let me replay it. There it is. Yeah, Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen pretty much took over, which, again, it's to be expected when they're the most watched shows of the entire year. The opening is censored. It's not the uncut version, but I'm sure it's because the master is given to the company. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I don't really expect them. I mean, it's literally Adolfo. It's literally their hentai label, I think, right? I think they're publishing it through their hentai label. So I mean, it makes sense. Yes, Mash, is cool. Is fine as long as you look cool doing it. Right. We all forgive Vegeta because Vegeta was cool. That is true, Adolfo. It is better than nothing. I mean, obviously, Funimation didn't want to touch it. That's the idea, Jay-Z. The writer himself even says it, that he made Rudy as despicable he is because that's his character, one, but he said that it makes the payoff better. When you see that person make that correction, though they're going to stumble, that correction is going to make it more impactful, obviously. But the idea is that he's a flawed person. He's like I mentioned before. It's not that I'm defending what he does. It's obviously something that I go, well, Rudy, whoa, dude, Rudy, stop, dude. It's way bad. But that is also again shock comedy. You don't really you laugh at shock comedy despite the fact that afterwards you go, that was not cool. A comedy is supposed to be offensive. I still need to watch the recent Fate movie. If you're talking about Heaven's Feel, I haven't watched the third one yet. I have it up on my shelf back here. You can't see it, though. Soka did the Tally, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and Attack on Titan won 4 awards each. Eesh. Again, Shonen's... the expectations of Shonen's going to be... Again, I do think that the winning again is going to go to the voters. And again, I don't like the idea of voting once a day because I think that skews it to the hyper-dominant fandoms. But I do like the fact that the nominations at least are doing a lot better, especially despite the fact that Odd Taxi was in comedy and we didn't get a lot of titles that I really loved, and we didn't get Mushoku Tensei in the Anime of the Year nominations at least. I think it's a nice spread. In the end, I do think that we're getting better spread of shows. Okay, now defend Araragi, please. I need to have a reason to not be in prison. Right. They did need a slice of life category, especially with last year, and that's the point that I've given them in the past. Is I think more categories means more acknowledgments, but obviously I think the reason why they probably don't is that technically, for those that are not aware. And this is why they usually start this whole process early, is they have to go to every single one of these license holders that they gave nomination for and get permission to use their products, their imagery, their logos, some cases clips, all to make this award ceremony happen. So it's a lot of work. So why I say that is that the more categories they create means the more shows they're potentially going to have to get licenses for, or permission, rather. And as we know, Japan does not like fair use and does not like people using their product. So they have to get a lot of those permissions. So, yeah. Oh, Doffel, don't remind me that Slime won over Mushoku Tensei in Fantasy. Oh my gosh. I need me like a cut reel of this live stream for a video. Oh gosh. No, I don't think Spy X Family is going to win anything next year. It's just going to be a bunch of shonens. You like the Isekai of 2021, like Mushoku Tensei and Realist? Yeah, there was a lot of really strong isekais last year. I mean, that's not even including Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy was incredible as well. There was a lot of really strong isekais last year. And we'll have some more this year because we have Sentence of Bookworm coming back. No, Adolfo, that is true. I am very surprised. Tokyo Revengers did not get any acknowledgement. Tokyo Manji Revengers. I'm trying to force myself to say Manji Revengers, just to give it. Just because they removed it, I want to put it back in. So Tokyo, anytime anybody says Tokyo Revengers, say Tokyo Manji Revenger, by the way. Get them to start acknowledging what it actually is. I am really happy Boji won. I think of anything in this entire awards ceremony, Boji winning was up there. That is true, Killer Jaws. Chainsaw Man will probably dominate next year. If it actually... That's assuming Chainsaw Man actually airs. Because when was that announced? Like 3 years ago? No, I think it was probably 2 years ago. Yeah, let's be honest. I think Demon Slayer is going to win everything. Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer will win everything again next year. Yeah, they I think they at some point confirmed it was going to be 2022. We'll see. I don't think Chainsaw Man's coming out though. I think that's going to be like forever in. I don't know that studio. They just have way too many projects on their hands. Jay Z, did you see my trailer that I made for Tokyo Revengers season 2 on Twitter? I thought it was good. It's supposed to be. I don't know. Like I said, I think that studio just has way too much stuff on their plate. They're not getting to Chainsaw Man. Is there a lot of hype for Spy X Family? I haven't really seen anything. I know we've mentioned it several times on our podcast. I'm really excited for it, but I haven't really seen the hype. So maybe it's just not my circles. But yeah, Chainsaw Bleach. I forgot Bleach. Yeah, Bleach is gonna be that's another one. So remember what I was talking earlier about the movie? The best of movie pick for the Anime Awards was going to be essentially old fans versus new. It was going to be Demon Slayer versus Evangelion. And Demon Slayer won. So even with Bleach coming back this year, I don't think it's going to get recognition because, again, it's going to be old fans versus new. And I think Bleach is going to get drowned out. Honestly, mark my words, I think Bleach is going to get drowned out. Though I do know I've been seeing a lot of people saying they're going back and watching it. Though a lot of those people are just people, returning to it. So that's good. I'm excited for Spike's Family for sure. Did anybody see the meme with the rumbling and it says it's canceled because of the pandemic? Oh, that joke. I usually don't really care about memes. I don't laugh at them really much because I think I'm just getting old. But that one popped up and I had to laugh. I was gonna send it to my brother, but I'm like, oh wait, but by the way, spoilers. All right, TTV, take care. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, Chainsaw Man looks really good. I mean, the trailer looks really good, but they're phenomenal at making trailers. So, hey Nick, thanks for subbing. Yeah, I've been already seeing the clips and the screenshots. Gintama, I don't think is ever really going to get a lot of acknowledgments. It seems like it's very niche in the fandom. I really, sadly, have not gotten a chance to go check it out yet. I really need to watch it. It's next on my long running shonen to check out, but yeah, it's never I've never seen too much of a fandom behind it, or at least a loud fandom, and especially not the judges are not going to be touching it. Did you stay up till 2 a.m. for this, Hack? I'm glad I could at least give you something and some people to talk to. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Yeah, I have seen the trailers for Shikimori is not just a cutie killer. It looks really good. I did admit that I was a little bit disappointed. I was expecting it to be something different. Her other side was going to be something different, but I still think she's awesome. I think she's going to be great. It's so funny because when this season started, the big thing that came up was obviously Dress Up Darling and how the waifu wars was already won before it even started. But we technically have Shikimori coming up. We also have there's that Show and Fall, the vampire. But what's it called? Heat of Night or something like that. In the Wake of Night. It's basically a vampire anime. And it's by the mangaka who did Dagashi Kashi. And the vampire girl in there looks awfully familiar. She looks a lot like Toga of My Hero Academia. So there's still that. There's still the vampire waifu fans out there that are going to be fighting over her. So yeah, it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be as simple as everybody thinks, because I think waifus get kind of forgotten very quickly, despite the fact that obviously Eris and Roxy are still not forgotten at this point. But that's going to be really interesting to see how the waifu wars work out this year. People who are jumping on the Bleach are the ones that are waiting for the cat pose. Is there a cat pose that I'm not familiar with? Yeah, Call of the Night. You're right, Killer. Oh my gosh, Dim Cross. It is so bad. There's like certain people that I almost want to mute on Twitter, because every single week they can't stop talking about how Dress Up Darling is getting in the top of these trending weekly voting things. It's like, does it shock you? Every single week, Dress Up Darling airs, and there's so much waifu material, clips, screenshots. Cloverworks knows what they're doing, and it's hard not to like her. So is it that much of it? And it's a sad thing, because obviously the waifu fandom takes precedence over the acknowledgement of what the show itself is doing. Again, we technically had an entire episode to Gojo, and Gojo's episode was incredible. So I think on often cases people just discount it as being just a waifu show. It is technically, but there's still a lot of really good stuff in there. But I mean that was the same case with Fruits Basket. What happened when Fruits Basket got #1 in Miami list? Yeah, it didn't take long before it came down, because groups that were saying, "Oh my gosh, why is Full Metal Alchemist no longer #1? Let's tear down and vote bomb or review bomb the heck out of that show." No, I didn't read Son of Bisque. I've just been watching the show. I've heard it's got a lot of content to work with, so hopefully we can get multiple seasons of it. But yeah, we have a few people that watch our live streams and check out our channel on a regular basis that have pretty much read most everything out there. Yeah, that's true. Good publicity. Did you see the trailers for the Lolly Ghost and the Office Worker anime? Yeah. It is. It does look really cute. It's supposed to be spring as well. Yeah, I think spring is going to be an extremely scary season. I'm actually planning on making a video on it. Spring looks really scary. I guess I can bring it up here. Spring. So who thinks that spring might not be a good season? So we have, I wish it was a dark mode. Shield Hero, Kaguya-sama, Spy X Family, Day Day Live, Komi-san, Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, a couple of Kokos, a Heron-san wa Hakananai, which looks absolutely dope. This is, I think, the creator of Denshi Guy. I didn't like Denshi Guy, but this looks really cute. This is the second season of what's it called? Love is Science. A Sentence of Bookworm, right here. Best show, one of the best isekais ever. I'm not really familiar with this one. Summertime Rendering, which is going to be on Disney Plus, so good luck finding it. Demon Girl Next Door, absolutely love this show. This show is so good, and I hope they have the same director, the same studio, obviously. It's so good. The Skeleton Knight, which this one I think recently got announced, is coming up. And then we have, not familiar with this one. Yeah, not familiar with this one. Tomodachi Game, I've heard a lot of really good things about this source material, so that's another hype one. Sports, I don't care. We have the basically the Super Sentai show where they fall in love. I forget what that one's called, Love on the Battlefield or something like that. Love Live is coming back for part 2, which I did enjoy the first part of this particular Love Live, so I might go back and check that out. We have not familiar with this one. Shokei Shoujo no Virgin Road. I'll have to check that one out. This is the Grimoire of Zero sequel, or within the same universe, so I'm hoping that one will turn out really good. Dance Dance Dancier is another good one. It keeps going. Konoichi Tsubaki. This one essentially is from the creator of Takagi-san, which is insane. It's also Cloverwork, so it's going to be incredible looking. Magia Records coming back. Kono Healer is coming out. This looks absolutely dorky. It is just so much. Yeah, your boy Kongming is coming out, which that's PA Works working on that. It looks really good. It's just, and there's the office worker, the corporate office worker that's being saved by the ghost. RPG Real Estate. Ikitosen's coming back, so we finally get some like old school ecchi, which is great. Healer Girl's coming out. Onipan, which is the Wit Studio original, which looks great. It keeps going. Like, my gosh. Yeah. And then we'll get Odd Taxi in the Woods. We got, Bubbles. Attack on Bubbles is coming out on Netflix, so that's insane. I think this is I think it's Attack on Titan director, isn't it? It's Wit Studios. It looks like a bunch of jumping around, just like Attack on Titan. Tiger and Bunny 2 is coming out. Ultraman 2. Kotaro Lives Alone. It's crazy. Like this spring is going to be nuts. I don't even know how I'm going to do my weekly impressions. It's crazy. I haven't actually looked into Skeleton Knight, but I'm assuming it's going to turn out to be good. So, yeah, Ikitosen's still around. It just came back out of nowhere. It's like, oh, by the way, let's do another season of Ikitosen. Yeah, next season is just, oh my gosh, the amount of stuff that I'm going to be covering is going to be absolutely nuts. Yeah, it only took 10 years, but, well, technically they had a spin-off of Tiger and Bunny, didn't they? I didn't watch it because I haven't watched the first season, but yeah, that all I can think of is I'm wondering if anything in that spring lineup is going to end up being delayed. Like last-minute delays. You're watching all of them for no reason at all. It's going to be crazy. Like I said, I think literally, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, excuse me, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think 17 of those are like legit. I know for sure I have to watch. It's crazy. Tiger and Bunny took 10 years to make a new season, though. It was on Netflix and being animated by Bandai Namco Pictures. Was it just, like, functionally delays or what? Well, my whole point, Hackman, is like, I don't... Honestly, besides things like Dress Up Darling and stuff, which obviously have a lot of hype behind it, and I'm enjoying it a lot, and Akibi's Sailor Uniform, a lot of the returning shows like Vanitas, it really did feel like winter was a lull. Like, coming off the heat that was the fall of last year, which had, again, Mushoku Tensei, we had things like, what the heck was it called? It's all a blur already. There's a lot of good shows. And it seems like coming into this season, it seemed like a massive cooldown. So at least it feels comfortable knowing that definitely for spring itself, we're shooting right back up. The power of the waifu modern reminds me of Rika's thighs. It became such a sudden trend when Gridman fans were thinking, what the hell is happening? Why is the low-key gal from the show trending? Their character designer for the Gridman series, Dinah Zenon, I love it. I admit, I openly admit the SSSS thighs is a thing. I fell off of Shield Hero, honestly. I really did feel like I was falling off on Shield Hero. It was a really good start, and I feel like that last battle kind of took things down for me a lot. So I'm looking forward to season 2 really picking things back up. Yeah, good luck on keeping up with all of it. It's literally do your work, do your school, and then immediately jump on it. Yeah, surprisingly, I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten about the controversies around Shield Hero. Yeah, Studio Trigger's good at drawing girls. And keeping them animated. Yeah, Summer's not... it has a few in Summer. Obviously, we have Girlfriend Kanojo coming back. We have a Rent a Girlfriend coming back. We have... I need to watch the first season of this before this comes out. But Part-Timer's coming out. Again, here's the other waifu right here. Again, this is from the creator of Dagashi Kashi. So somebody that's very good at up-close fetishes and stuff. Again, this is the other work by Teasing Master Takagi-san's mangaka, which is the shogi game show. Shadow House is coming back. Dropkick My Darling. It was Dark. Was it? Joshin-chan. Dropkick My Devil. Brain fart. Sorry. Utawaremono coming back, which the new series I'm not too huge a fan of, even though I love Utawaremono. But there's still plenty more they're gonna announce for summer. But we're already lining up a lot of stuff. Yeah, I cannot wait for Shadow House to come back. Was my opinion that Sunrise renaming their company now as Bandai Namco Filmworks? I don't know. I'm not. I hate Bandai Namco as a name, or Namco Bandai, Bamco, whatever. I honestly, that name itself I hate, but I don't really care changing names. I think Sunrise is kind of a staple, though. It's kind of weird to change the name. I guess technically Bandai Namco is more of a known name than Sunrise. Yeah, Call of the Night's getting an anime. We were talking about that earlier. Despite everybody thinking that the waifu wars are already over, we still have Call of the Night coming, so it's only a matter of time before we have a fight going on. Yeah, Call of the Night wasn't even on my radar until I bumped into it the other day, and I was like, holy crap, what is this? It looks like Toga from My Hero Academia. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm sold. The music in the trailer sounds really good, though. I forget who was doing it. Dagashi Kashi was great and educational. I love this side girl. What was her name? She had a very interesting name. She was a childhood friend of the main character. I loved her, and her story was great. The Shield Hero's got a lot of good waifus too, so that coming back might. Yeah, Saya sounds right. She was great. I loved her to death. I loved her a lot more than the main girl. Which is better, Dagashi Kashi or Simonetta? Why am I blanking on Shimoneta? It's a girlfriend's a train wreck. It's not. It's well, I guess you can call it cringe, but I call it just an absolute train wreck. I was so blown away when everybody was started freaking out about the recent season of that, or the recent chapter of that, because I'm like, literally, he does that from the very beginning of the anime. So I don't know why manga fans are surprised by the main character doing that, because they literally did it so many times in the anime. Bumping mics. So yeah, it's literally Rent a Girlfriend is just, it's a car wreck that you have to keep watching. You love the way that author of Dakashikashi and Call of Night draws eyes. Yeah, they're definitely different. Definitely grabs you. Saya was a flat-chested girl, right? Yeah. The childhood friend, like I said. The one, I think she had like blonde hair, I think. If Chainsaw Man comes out this year, Makima is going to be added to the Waifu Wars. Yeah, that's true. Because I know... It was funny because like the trailer for Chainsaw Man came out and everybody was freaking out because it looked incredible. Honestly, the trailer looked absolutely incredible. And then it like went quiet for a while. Then suddenly out of nowhere, everybody's talking about Chainsaw Man because all they did is they released a trailer that had nothing substance in the trailer except for one shot of that girl, which I'm assuming is what you're talking about, this female character. And it blew up a still shot of her. Oh, man. The Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2 is going to cause people to get mad at the final volume. I'm not familiar. I'll find out, I guess. Just remember when Nezuko did not win Best Girl. Raphtalia won. Demon Slayer fandom go nuts that day. Raphtalia was... There was some strength in the Raphtalia fandom, that's for sure. Hackman, I am the worst person to ask how I get time to watch anime because literally I do it for a living. This is what I do. Now, back when I used to... Before I did this full time, a lot of my focus was on that because we were building up the podcast and everybody enjoyed that. And me and my brother just watched anime whenever we weren't working and whatnot. So we really enjoyed it. My only tip is have no social life. Or find somebody that enjoys it too to watch along with. That way you at least get a social life and you enjoy the show. Like I said, it's hard for me to really recommend. This is just what I do for a living and what I enjoy, and I love talking to people about it. So, Makima Simps goes bark. Oh man, Chainsaw Man manga is literally impossible to find in stores. I wouldn't doubt it. Probably equally as bad as trying to find Mushoku Tensei light novels right now. Adolfo, thanks for the $5. I really appreciate it. Just wanted to show my support. Thanks for all the great content. Thank you so much. It definitely means a lot to us. I'm going to have like a whole bunch of names to have to add to my end card for my videos now. I appreciate it. Kimono Mini is always the win. Yes, it is. That is for sure. No, that's after they came for the Residence Evil big vampire. Oh my gosh. What was her name? Lady... I want to say Lady Straza. Yeah, that was a special time in social media, was the Step on Me. And then we obviously had somebody make a video talking about how you would not want her to step on you because it would literally kill you. Very interesting time. Very interesting time. Noted already because I already... Well, that's honestly what happened to me. Hack My Night. I used to live in California, for those that don't know. And I was living in California. That's where I went to school and everything. And eventually, at some point, part of the family kind of migrated to the east, or the south, rather. And what happened is, like, slowly, one at a time. I'm not going to get into why. And I ended up moving as well. And so, being in a... For those that don't know, going from California to the south, there's a bit of a culture shock. So, despite the fact that I was still social when I came here, I pretty much left most of my friends. And so I just got into anime again. I was into anime when I was really young, and so I went right back into anime. And so it was really easy to watch a lot of shows because I didn't really have anything to really connect to. So, it worked out for me. You'll know you didn't miss anything. They literally just dropped the entire list on their website. They didn't even have a live stream at all. So I don't know. We couldn't. Did we check them again to see if they end up making an actual compiled video? I'm gonna assume not. Nope. Yeah, it just kind of just got dropped. No build up or anything. They just dropped the lists and a bunch of little videos. So I did it. So I decided to have the Crunchyroll Anime Awards here and actually go through the list and tell all the wins. So, yeah. Yeah, I there you go. That's one way. You can become an anime react video maker. Just be very careful, because Japan studios are going at AniTubers viciously right now. It's in the Crunchyroll collections? Like a full-on video, or just like the clips? Yeah, so they're just doing the snippets. What I meant is that they, like with last year and the year before that, they would actually have a stage show, and actually have interviews and stuff. And apparently, they'll probably just blame it on the pandemic. It's fine. Yeah, they just basically did, for each category, they made a video. Here's the nominations, and here's the winner. Here's the nomination, here's the winner. They didn't do like a full-on presentation. I know those official YouTube channels available who legally post animes. Well, yeah, anybody that owns the licenses can do it. I mean, Right Stuff does it, if that's what you mean. So what are the lists? Do you really want to know? Yeah, fun. There you go. There's your winner. So they did a combination, but it still wasn't a presentation, right? I was looking for the presentation. Like I said, I was honestly looking for a presentation where they would actually go through, like, interviews. They would often do like director interviews and stuff like that. So I actually really enjoy those. And like I said, the whole concept of the Crunchy Awards is to celebrate anime. And if they don't have like a full-on presentation to talk about anime, all the good anime of it, and really build it up, I feel like you'd kind of lose that celebration. Yeah, I think even Sunrise was talking about doing their own channel. I mean, they've done their own channel before. They had, was it Daisuke.net? But that didn't last very long. And I thought they were actually a conglomeration of a lot of them working together to actually create all their content on YouTube. No, Fruits Basket won nothing. Didn't even win Best Girl, unfortunately. That was my response, though, is that at least Jujutsu Kaisen didn't win 2 years in a row. Crunchyroll Wars was beaten by Bandai that stream every new Gundam toy on their channel. That they made Gunpla makes lots of money, so it doesn't surprise me. Gunpla makes a lot of money. Yeah, Fruits Basket got snuffed. I mean, again, that we go back to the discussion we had earlier on. It makes sense why Attack on Titan wins. It makes sense why Demon Slayer wins, is because they're the ones that are watched the most. Just by metrics of my MLS alone, you see that there's a huge difference between the fan. I'm surprised we didn't see any Hero Academia. Is anybody else surprised by that? I mean, honestly, it was the seemingly least like Attack on or My Hero Academia of ever, but is the fandom dying, or is it just that everybody hated that season, even the fans, or at least how it was adapted? Yeah, I don't think anybody's seen Progressive. I don't even think it was available in the West in last year, though. I mean, I'm not like invested in it or anything, Ilno. I'm just really kind of saying more the idea that it's surprising that it didn't get acknowledged despite the fandom. I mean, there's a lot of people that watch it. But again, Tokyo Avengers didn't get acknowledged, and look at how much they had for viewership. Yeah, look at that. Only season 2, part 2 aired this year, or was part 1 in winter? I'm still blown away that Slime beat Mushoku Tensei. Yeah, part 1 was in this season or this year. Slime beat Mushoku Tensei for best fantasy. I am just good on the Slime fandom. There's some passionate fans out there. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. Muroko-chan got snuffed too. Muroko-chan was so good. Yeah, Otokawa got some recognition. I was kind of happy about that. Who was he, Protagonist? I was really expecting somebody else to get Protagonist. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Tokyo Revengers. I'm supposed to say Tokyo Manji Revengers. I'm already breaking my own rule. Yeah, Odd Taxi won Protagonist. I think that also won Director, didn't it? Yeah. Which is really good. Thankfully, it did not win Comedy. I'm going to say that again. I'm glad Odd Taxi didn't win Comedy. People hated Tokyo Manji Revengers for the crybaby. I like Tokyo Manji Revengers. I'm going to say it. I enjoyed it. I did get annoyed by the main character, but I enjoyed the gang story. I thought the gang story was really good. I have this. I admit, Ashcat. I really Slime season 2 wasn't strong for me. I still enjoyed it, but it wasn't strong for me. I was way too many meetings. Still mad that Nako Yamada got hosed. She didn't survive to get in this disrespect. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said before. I think Hike's story in general just didn't get much acknowledgement from anybody. Like, what was the and it was technically like a really weird placement because they stuck it like mid seasons. It started in summer and then ended in fall. Hey Peter, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So it should be listed in summer, or is it listed in fall? I think in Japan it was in fall, right? I guess I could just look up Hike's story. Because they've changed their key art like 5 times. Let me just look up Hike's story. Oof. 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 That hurts. Can you guys see that? That hurts. Oof. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Oof. Again, I'm not saying that Miami List is metrics for the entire fandom, but 54,000 members. And you wonder why that didn't get acknowledgement. I feel bad for her too, because I think that was an absolutely beautifully done, animated, and directed show. But it's also technically a slice of life period piece. So it's got two things working against it. It's not a shonen. It's got three things working against it. It's not a shonen. It's a slice of life, and it's a period piece. Your general public anime watcher is gonna watch it, which sucks because it was a really beautiful show, but yeah, not happening, sadly. Slime 2 meeting Boogaloo. uh was it fall? Like I said, I remember it kind of like starting a little bit before the season started because it was an early starter. Yeah, September. Because like your typical, which again that's probably Japan. Yeah, because it ended in November. It was like a really early starter. It wasn't a weird spot because Funimation wanted to get it early or something like that. I'm not really sure exactly how they got that agreement with them, but they did. Yeah. Poor Naoko Yamada. Has she got anything in the works for later? I'm not sure if they've announced anything that she's working on next. Because I'm really curious if she's going to end up being like a freelancer, or if she's going to be working for Science Saru going forward, or if she's going to go back to Kyoto Animation at some point. I'm really curious if she's now signed in for Science Saru. Yeah, Vivi won nothing, sadly. I'm glad it got acknowledgement, though. At least it was in a lot of the nominations, but yeah, sadly, no. And 86, like I said, 86 is the same. I really didn't even know 86 was getting that much acknowledgement, especially not for Anime of the Year. But I'm glad because I really enjoyed 86, and I'm glad it got acknowledgement. Again, it goes back to the idea that I'm not really so much about who wins, but really just seeing that, things were acknowledged. So, like I said, I think I've mentioned it before. I'm kind of glad that Jujutsu Kaisen didn't win Anime of the Year because I think it would be like a crap storm. It's already a crap storm that it's here again. As much as I enjoy it, I'm super happy that comedy did not go to Odd Taxi. It shouldn't have been in the list to begin with. Even though I'm not like a huge fan of Komi-san, I'd probably say like Miroko-chan or what was that? What was I pushing for comedy? Oh, Kagenato. Kagenato honestly is my favorite comedy of last year. But again, I fully acknowledge that Kagenato is extremely niche. You have to like key studio stuff like Clannad, Air TV, all those to like Kagenato. But if you like key studio stuff, Kagenato is absolute priceless. It's kind of like Carnival Phantasm for Fate fans and Type Moon fans. It's just perfect for you. It's not for anybody else. But anyways. So I'm fine with Komi winning, honestly. It's not my favorite. But like I said, I think the biggest surprise was Mugen Train winning against Evangelion. Again, really does show not so much the fandom size, but really the aspect of who's voting. Again, Evangelion fans are not voting for Crunchyroll Anime Awards. They don't care. They came on, they went, they plugged in their Amazon, they watched Evangelion, they said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to be back in anime," and then they stopped. Way the Husband was really good too. Yeah. I don't think it was nominated though. But again, I don't acknowledge Way the Husband because I'm really surprised that Nagatoro did not win though. That's honestly a surprise for me too. Look at that. That's so funny. I can't get over that. I can't get over that Odd Taxi was a comedy. But yeah, Komi fans versus Nagatoro fans. Komi won. That's surprising. That's real surprising. YP, are you trying to start a fight? Morocco-chan is just as much a comedy as Odd Taxi? What was funny in Odd Taxi, though? Morocco-chan was... The horror was the comedy. Her reaction to everything was the comedy. Odd Taxi had the Homo sapiens, which were technically supposed to be not funny on purpose. X-Harm should have won the animation. That would have been great. No, the other big surprise to me was this one, honestly. Because what was super hyper memed this year? There. You know exactly why she was chosen and why she was nominated. The no cap meme. So I'm super surprised that she didn't win. I heard a lot of good things about Laura Bailey on Toro, though. Surprised that didn't win either. I if you all go, if Glass Reflections ends up doing a reaction to the winners later on, I assure you, he's not happy right now. This entire thing, he's not happy right now because he wanted something to acknowledge Fruits Basket, which I totally agree. It deserves it, but... Hey, Hackman, you all... Where is this... Where is this Morocco-chan hate coming from? Y'all stop. Y'all need to stop. Was that guy named Adam? Or am I thinking you're talking about something else? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was half unconscious when I watched this show, so if I'm not remembering names, I apologize. I thought earlier when somebody was talking about Adam, I thought you were talking about was it Record of Ragnarok? That Adam, which I don't think that was last year. I think that would have been previous year. Yeah, Finna, for me, honestly, fell. Dwindled very quickly. Do I usually watch dub anime? No. I watched... I'm doing a review for the Blu-ray release of Captain Tyler, and I ended up watching quite a bit of that dubbed. It was a good dub. It's a good dub. Mainly because a lot of the older shows, I like when they do redubs because the audio is a lot better. So if you get these older shows, often cases watching them subtitled, the sound is always kind of weird. Plus, it's a lot of episodes to watch through. Neither Morocco-chan nor Odd Taxi is a comedy. Both have some funny moments. Morocco-chan perhaps more, but comedy no. Well, no, I'm assuming maybe because the comedy didn't work for you. But Morocco-chan was like a balance of comedy, horror, and drama. It was definitely going for that. But again, it just might not work for you. Which, and like my brother, Chris, didn't work for him either, so... Fantasy Bishoujo have to win next year's comedy? It's up there. It's up there so far. I'm just trying to acknowledge the fact that you might not see it as a comedy if the comedy doesn't work for you. Because some people might see the Morocco-chan as being strictly really horror and drama. If the comedy didn't hit you, then you're not going to laugh. You don't think it's a comedy. Again, somebody could watch Odd Taxi and I guess laugh a bunch, I guess. You know, when that guy basically uses his entire life savings to get a gotcha character and then goes nuts after somebody runs by in his truck and makes him drop his phone and then he decides to chase him down with a gun and try to shoot him. That was hilarious. Now, it was slightly comedic in style early on with that because I can relate to the person for gotcha games, but... Oh, yeah, and remember that point where that girl strangled that other person to death? Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. I can't wait for the movie, though. Yeah, Police in a Pod is a mix. Police in the Pod likes to mix it up. Because, like, with that, was it 4th episode? It got really heavy. and then you have like the comedy beats in the next episode. So it's all over the place. Yeah, Murako-chan's really good. I was extremely surprised by Murako-chan. It was a lot of fun. Again, kind of sad that it didn't get really. I don't think it was anywhere in here, but I think it's a huge problem. The nominations are technically kind of locked in early, so I think for a lot of people, Murako-chan might not have been working for them. So yeah, that's right. Kageki Shoujo did get into the drama. I was pushing hard for that one. I was honestly pushing really hard for Kageki Shoujo. At least it got acknowledgement. It's a weird year. Yeah, here's your Vivi acknowledgement. I pushed for this one. Yeah, I was kind of happy that To Your Eternity got a acknowledgement too, or a win. The scene was so funny I threw up. What? What are we talking about? Still no season 2 of what? Are we talking about To Your Eternity? That's fall, I think, right? Yeah, pretty much everybody's mad. And that's that weird thing. It's like the weird thing that really comes of all of this situation. I mean, we've already kind of pointed out the fact that it's weird that Sunny Boy got nominated for Anime of the Year, but yeah, you don't see it in really. I think there's only one other category it's in. Typically, you see all these Anime of the Years in a lot of categories, but no Sunny Boy. But the real odd thing is that you hear a lot of people upset that Mushoku Tensei is not in the Anime of the Year list, but you don't really see anybody countering it besides Anime News Network, probably. Hackman, if you're tired, go to bed. I'm sorry and keep you up. I was actually planning on shutting down this stream earlier, but I was like, so many people on here I want to talk, so it worked out. Yeah, I think Gigak was the only other one besides me that I've checked out that was like, what the hell? Because I think a lot of people are trying to distance themselves from Mushoku Tensei, which is I think really weird. And I think a lot of that is because nobody wants to defend Rudy. And I don't feel like you have to defend Rudy. That's been like the biggest issue with this entire situation is that Rudy is an indefensible character. You can't defend him. I don't think you're really supposed to. I don't think the writer wants you to defend what Rudy's doing because the writer himself says, yeah, this guy's a sick idiot. He's at his lowest, and he's a very flawed person. And I think that from a Western vantage point, if you're somebody that's in like, I don't know, on a big platform, you feel like you can't defend Rudy. So you step away from him and you go, I can't touch this because otherwise if I enjoy this, everybody's going to think that I support what Rudy does. I don't have that vantage point. I don't have that stance. I could be canceled tomorrow because I watch the show and I enjoy it so much, but I don't care. I don't think you have to defend Rudy to enjoy the show. You can acknowledge that he's a flawed character. He's a pervert. You don't agree with how he treats things. And at the same time, you can appreciate the show because it's a flawed character getting a new lease on life. He's a man-child. He never grew up, and now he's growing up. And so I think that's why you don't see it in a lot of these awards. Is nobody wants to support it because they're afraid of supporting it. It's one of those things where I almost feel like I was a fly in the wall for all the judges and everybody talking about this year because I want to know, what is your problem? They can not enjoy it. Perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with people not liking Mushoku Tensei. YP despises me talking about Mushoku Tensei. But I almost want to know how much of it is fear of, I guess, cancellation, fear of being deemed as supporting it. It's not defending Rudy, it's defending the whole show. And I get that, because a lot of the criticisms of my indefensible video was, well, you're supporting this bad person because it's done in a comedic way. And my response to that is that all comedy, well, most comedy, I would argue 99% of good comedy is offensive comedy. It's always meant to offend you, and then you step back and go, wait, that was kind of screwed up. You never agree with the comedy, and the comedian, if the comedian is good enough, you understand they don't support it either. I mean, it's like the whole argument about somebody like Dave Chappelle. Chibi Reviews was mad about it too. I didn't get a chance to check out Chibi Reviews. I really do. Chibi Reviews is like one of the few people I enjoy watching. We are trying not to defend him, but we are trying to help him get better, like develop him into being better. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole concept of him saying, I have a chance at a new life. He's still going to fall. He's still going to stumble. And I think if the moment he said that he was going to create a new life, he suddenly changed into a different person, I would question the writer. You're supposed to see him grow and develop. Nick says we're trying to see him and trying to help him get better. Right. Cork, no, we're not getting an actual show, which was kind of disappointing. I did too. I honestly started up this live stream. I was debating, like, am I going to be able to put the show on my screen here and let's watch it together? Because I wanted to see, like, they usually do like interviews, they do director interviews, they do announcements for shows that they've gotten, they do insight stuff, which I really do enjoy. But no, they just basically threw up a bunch of 1.5 minute videos and said this is who won, which was I ended up doing it, so, which was great, because I think like literally all of my viewers was people looking for the Crunchyroll stream, which was great. I appreciate everybody that dropped by. Yeah, it's a step-by-step process. And then, like I said before, the writer himself says that you're not going to like Rudy. I don't think anybody's going to like Rudy. He made him at his worst to make the process of him getting better all the more impactful. But even the writer himself says, I hope that if you've seen somebody like Rudy, you'd support him changing. Like, he's acknowledging that this is a bad person. My view of the series makes it sound good. Well, I appreciate it, Jay-Z. I wouldn't doubt Mushoku Tensei got canceled in China. Like, most stuff gets canceled in China. That's not really saying much, but which is surprising. I would figure they would be for Mushoku Tensei, but I think they also don't like that perception of somebody that's lazy, right? Or am I thinking North Korea? I know that one of them like canceled Stolfo. That was crazy. I think that was China. What fun would be a show be if a main character started out as perfect? My argument is that most shows that start off with a character that's perfect are kind of boring. Characters with flaws are great characters. They've always been great characters. And I think the only reason that I was supportive of it so much is that I knew that we were going to get a full adaptation of it, so I know that I'm going to get that payoff eventually. I think it might have been more frustrating if we only got one part. Could you imagine if we got Mushoku Tensei Part 1 and we heard nothing about a sequel? I think my perspective of it would be a little bit different. Imagine your favorite isekai is perfect, edgy, badass character, while Rudy is one of the most down-to-ground than all of them. And that's what I mean. It's like, not that I can say that I would do everything that he does and think the way he does, but acknowledge that he's a person. He feels like a person. Wifey, I'm sorry. No problem with Rudy, and don't really understand what controversy is about. It's just the show as a whole is meh for me. That's fine. Again, like I'm perfect. I'm happy you still stick around, even though I talk about it a lot. This year they throw a 1 to 2 minute video with only the winner, and poof, that's it. Yeah, I literally I live did it. A live impressions. I refreshed it after it went to 0, and it was literally just, here they are. It was great. I'm not going to compare the two, but I am. Dim Cross, you just say I'm not going to compare the two, but I am. But Subaru and Rudy is both a flawed character, and I acknowledge that too. I was one of the few people that was defending Subaru. I have a very Shinji perspective on things, to be honest. Like when we had Evangelion, what was the argument that people have with Evangelion? Shinji's a whiny kid. He won't shut up. Well, my argument was, in defending Shinji, was, well, how often are you a small kid that's thrown into a machine that literally gives you the sense that your arms and everything are being ripped off if the mecha's arms and whatnot are ripped off? I don't think most people would be sane in the mind. Same with Subaru. Everybody complains about Subaru. And at the same time, it's like, well, have you died over and over and over and over again and had people that were once your friends become your enemies? Find out that, oh yeah, by the way, you were being killed by this person that you this person that you were trusting, excuse me. So yeah, I think I don't follow Subaru as much as I do Rudy, just because Subaru is, I think his outer personality is a little bit over the top for me, but at the same time, I think I understand him as a character. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that China blocked it, honestly. I think ecchi thing bothers Chinese old higher ups. China has a very rules for thee and not for me mentality, but that's them. We all have our flaws. Yeah, and I don't think most people wanted people to acknowledge that they have flaws, or at least reveal their flaws. It's one of those funny things where I think that was like my argument about Erased. When the whole controversy around Erased happened, for those that don't know, there was basically this one point where this character is essentially taken into the home of the main character, and the mother takes a bath with her. There's a big controversy around it. Like, oh my gosh, they showed this girl in the bathroom. I'm like, I think if you had a problem with that scene, I think you need to check yourself, because if you found that to be provocative and, again, actualizing, you're the problem, because I didn't see that at all. I seen a lady taking care of a child, but sure, there's your prerogative. Projecting, I guess, is the word that most people use. Notice that all the Anime of the Year nominees have almost no fan service or ecchi. Pretty much, I think, right? Oh, I'm scrolling up. It's right there. Yep. Western audiences, Joker movie has a mental illness and killer psychopath. Great movie. Mushoku Tensei has mental illness, pervy things, trying to do better. Worst show ever, right? Right? I mean, that's what we were joking about earlier about Attack on Titan. Guy is literally mass genocide. They're talking about eugenics. They're talking about mass slaughter and genocide. They're talking about racism, segregation. I mean, technically 86 has segregation in as well, and racism. But no, Rudy, bad. Super bad. Super bad. I think Rudy is a great character. My only problem is with people who somehow can't understand why anyone dislikes him. Like, you're really not supposed to like him in the beginning. Right. And that's kind of my stance with it. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Brendan. I'm not sure if I've seen you earlier. Akidona is a great character, but nominated for Best Antagonist. ReZero left me with the feeling that greater evils is on the horizon. Well, yeah, I mean, technically with that segment of ReZero, she was an antagonist. She was a witch that was only after her own good, basically. People need to check themselves. They hate so much fan service nowadays. Those who complain it. Nowadays, for those who complaining it, by the way. I don't know. It's a double standard. If I'm reading it right, it's a double standard. Those that can't accept it, those can accept it, and that kind of we're a society of dividing everything now. Honestly, isn't it normal to bath with each other in Japan, especially? Yes, right. That was my whole point, Hackman. It's like the whole concept, and this is what I've typically found with most stories out of Japan, is that the idea of a bath is to basically strip all boundaries. Obviously, the idea of two people with nothing on, it removes all those boundaries and you're coming together without barriers. And the whole concept there was that she wanted to take her away from the boy, bring her into this situation, away from the boy, and ask her what, basically be clear with me what's going on. It was very personal. And that's what I found from it. And then follow that with the breakfast scene, which was extremely emotional. But again, I'm like, wow, this episode blew me away. The breakfast scene was amazing. I was bawling my eyes out at this idea of this poor girl finally experiencing a breakfast with a family. Like, she's been abused her entire life, and now she's going to experience a warm breakfast for the first time, presumably. And yet again, the internet blows up. Just extremely blows up. So it didn't make any sense. He won Best Antagonist? Guess. And again, it doesn't make any sense to me because he's not technically an antagonist at that point, but there you go. Guess. That's right, Androyus. People do technically hate those crimes more than actual murder and stuff. I mean, that's the whole argument with like Sony and how they have like these extremely violent video games, but anything that's anywhere close to that is turned away. Rudy and Subaru are a bit of character, but they are protagonists of anime. What did they expect? Right. I think ReZero Part 2 is easily the weakest part of the whole show for me. I don't know. That fight with Garf was great. Garf in general for that part was really fantastic for me. It's weird, to be honest, that Ekidona won the Antagonist Award. She didn't. She won. Eren Yeager won. She was nominated, and I think she deserved to be nominated because she was... Again, she was technically not helping Subaru. She was helping herself. That's why she was a great antagonist. Is she wasn't viewed as an antagonist until you realize that, oh yeah, by the way, she's a witch. She wanted to use Subaru. I think it's because things like mass genocide seem to be removed from everyday life, whereas something like sexual assault happens daily, and media is sadly an influence. I'm purposely murmuring my word, by the way, because I don't want to say it out loud because then YouTube gets mad at me. Siberia, people also bathe together, right? Or was it in Norwegians? I think everywhere, technically, people bathe together. Honestly. I think, honestly, everywhere people bathe together. It's not an unseemly thing. Different cultures have different habits. Frankly, I think people should stop being offended by what they don't understand. And that's technically putting it, everything from the Western viewpoint has to be put in the lens of Japan. And that's not really ever going to happen. Yeah, Baki didn't get anything. Nothing. How did Eren win both MC antagonists is beyond me. Was it? I thought he got just antagonist and then or are you thinking best boy? No, best boy was Boji. Protagonist was Otakawa, and then Antagonist was Eren. So I might have a hard stop, by the way, because I have a pest control person coming through. So I'll try to stay on as long as possible. I'm enjoying talking with y'all. Baki is kind of comedy genre, really? I thought that was mainly action. I haven't checked it out fully though. People should stop being offended, period. I think there's a like I said earlier, I think the problem is really more the fact that we as a society, as a world, is so, you have to be one side or another. And I think that's the problem that we really have. You're either on one side of the likes or dislikes, really. Brenda, thanks for the sub. It's 12:30 a.m. and I gotta sleep for college tomorrow. Good night. Been watching for 2 hours. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Have a good night and good luck tomorrow. Really, Eren, I might consider Eren as an anti-hero rather than an antagonist. I think that was a big problem that most people had, Dim Cross, was the fact that he was technically nominated for both. My argument was more in the idea that if this is the awards for last year, we would only have part 1, in which case we don't really know what Eren's doing. So a lot of consideration seems to be more in the idea of what he is going to do, not necessarily what he is doing. We don't know at that point. We honestly don't know. That's the whole point of the story at that point, is you don't know what he's doing. Boji as MC. No, he's best boy. Boji was picked for best boy. Gotta balance. Might see y'all later. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably be on later tonight, Carbon, but thanks for dropping by. Heckman going to sleep too. Everybody's falling asleep. For all the people that are over in the far eastern islands, everybody's running away. But have a good night, Heckman. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the chat. Yeah, latest episode of Demon Slayer was insane. I cannot wait for the finale. All right, Andreas, definitely thanks for dropping by. You take care. Surprise, welcome to Demon School. Irma-kun Season 2 wasn't even nominated. I think it got in comedy, didn't it? No, I don't think so. That's definitely a very low-key show. I know my brother loves it. I don't think it ended up in comedy. Oh my gosh, I got all these stupid tabs open. Where's comedy at? There it is. Yeah, it didn't even end up in comedy. Take care, Killer. Thanks for dropping by. Take care, Dim Cross. I think I'll probably call it at this point, too. Everybody's kind of drifting off. I might as well drift off mine. I want to blow people's ears out when the dogs go nuts for the pest control. Anyways, like I said earlier, thanks for everybody for dropping by. I'm glad that I could supply you all with the anime awards that we were not given by Crunchyroll, but it was fun. Definitely appreciate everybody, and definitely appreciate everybody that gave the super chats. That was a lot of, was definitely very much so appreciated. But yeah, like I said before, if you haven't already, please sub to the channel. I do impressions for most shows that are in the season, first impressions, reviews, and everything. And also, typically Wednesday and Friday for sure. Sometimes Monday and Thursday I do live streams. Once I get things more solidified, I can start actually putting a solid streaming schedule down. But those are usually in the evening time. For those that are in other regions, it's typically around 7, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That you can probably do a conversion from there. It's a lot easier. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. Definitely had a lot of fun. Y'all have a good one. Y'all take care.